Hi and welcome to another video here about JavaScript attacks on damn vulnerable web applications. So we have a small functionality here available to us, and I know it seems a bit vague, like submit the word success to win, and we do that, and we are giving the word invalid token, and we think, but that is not the way to win. We didn't win, we expect some sort of winning scenario. So what I really just want to talk about before we try and solve this is, what is it we're seeing? What is this kind of vulnerability? What is it? Because I think if you're a new beginner and you see this, now I guess brute force, command injection, these kind of things probably is easier to understand because you already have some programming experience before you start with security. At least that is what you should do. So what is this? What is this JavaScript vulnerability? Now we already talked about, cross-site scripting and cross-site request forgery, where we used JavaScript in some way to expose some vulnerabilities. But what is this? Now, this is actually some JavaScript code on the client side that's being implemented to serve some sort of functionality to the user. So the user can go ahead and click the button and play a game or do some functionality. The general situation is when you have a website, and on that website you put some functionality in JavaScript. So you do client-side functionality, and that functionality is a part of some sort of security feature, something like that. That should be a major red flag. So this is just the idea of you getting into the right mindset. This isn't anything particular. It's just an attack. So the actual attack is how easy it is to actually break JavaScript, because nothing is hidden, everything is there for you. The particular JavaScript you use in this example, let me just right click the source code here. It is here somewhere, I don't know exactly where, not that, no. But for the actual, method, it's, this is the script. And I think I just clicked it before, just check it out on view source. You're gonna get the same thing. So this is the JavaScript that's being used. Just taking a glance at it the very first time, you see the word generate token, you see a function called generate token, which is good, and you see something called rod13, and you see this chunk of, stuff coming from this website. I guess it is. This shouldn't be worrying us at all right now. This is probably just a MD5 function. So let me just see down here. It does say MD5. It says MD5 there, and it does say, let me just see if you can see anything. This is probably, this is probably the MD5 function for that one right there. So I think what we should really worry about is the three, underlying, well, two functions and this call here to generate token. Now, what we need to do is straightforward. We need to change the word to success just like that, and boom, but it doesn't work. So it says invalid token, and this is a phrase, so I'm guessing something is missing. Let's right click and inspect this, zoom it a bit, and just hover to the actual part here, and we're just gonna inspect the formula. Now we can see that there is a hidden, let's make it non-hidden, whoops, with just one T would be exceptional good. So you can see there is an actual token here, and this looks like MD5. Now, you probably know what MD5 is already. It's just a hashing algorithm that's gonna hash any text to 32 character long ciphertext, which is this is probably that. Now, this is a beginner's video, so I'm not gonna do anything crazy, but the general idea is that probably that, this phrase here is, from what I understand, and just pretty straightforward, looking at the source code, it does say that the document get element by ID token. So let's pull that up again, and one more time. Let's go back, take this, and do we have my, there we go. So it does say token, and the token is the one with, as you can see, the one here with with the hash in. So that is the ID token that's been selected with JavaScript, and the value is being set equal to MD5 sum of a ROT13 phrase, and the phrase is also get it, which is, I guess, this, but let's not guess. Gonna mark it ID phrase right there. So the phrase is MD5 and ROT13 and everything, and that is probably the problem, because if I type something different here, like let's take a note of this just into the so this right here is the change me. So if I do test, now that of course disappears. Let's just make it visible again. Text, and we take the same hash one more time. Oh, we see it's the same hash, so we need to change it in some way. Now the way we can change this is basically just to say, well, I put success in there, delete everything in that field if I don't need that, but I just did it, and we can see that we have something called a console right here. And what we also noticed is that on view source, the function called generate token does this for us. It puts the actual phrase and cipher it, and ROT13 is a rotation. I didn't think I'd explain that. Rotation 13 basically means that, let me explain the easy way. So ROT1 would be that A becomes B, right? So if it's a ROT2, the A becomes C. Okay? So there is a, what is going on in this editor? There you go. ROT13 then is that, the A becomes the 13th character in the alphabet other than A. So it rotates the characters first and make it jimble jumble look like, and then it MD5 sum it and save it in the token field. So I guess we're just gonna call that. So generate token. Let's also just check out now. When I press enter, it should be filled out with something, and it sure is. Now this is different from that one. So I think that we have the right hash and we have the right word. I'm gonna submit this and we done. So this is the way that I think we were intended. There is actually a view. I have never seen that view help before. It's been there probably all the way, but there is a low level. Oh, there are spoilers for everything. I didn't know. What do they say? Oh, change the phrase to success and then use the function generate token to update the token. Oh yeah. And then submit. So that's really just the way it is. Some developer created this as a tricky way to, well, I don't know why developers do that, but it's a general thing with young, newly educated. Okay, not young, but the problem typically is that when you have these, small educations that are like 2 years in span, and you get like the brand new, youth to take the education, they are schooled still to just believe everything they get on the school bench. I'm not saying that a bad thing. I'm just saying that it can become a bad thing. That's why I said young. But if you get the old guy or the old girl into the classroom, they probably heard something and will probably be a bit more skeptical. That is a part of growing up. And security is actually growing up with the technology. So I really hope that you understand these things here and you learn something from it. I really try to give my perspective as a teacher on all the things that matter. And I know some of the things that I say here and there maybe isn't that popular in the society to say out loud. But sometimes you're just gonna be the messenger, and sometimes you're gonna take the beating. I'll take the beating sometimes, but you know how it is. The truth is never heard lightly, I guess you can call it. So, okay, so hope to see you again and have a really nice day.